worst enablers. Damn. Clear my throat.
Patients on My £600 Life are some of the heaviest people living in the world today, but they don't all get to that point themselves. With most being bedbound and immobile, they rely on family members and partners to bring them food. And in this video, we're going to be looking at the worst enablers on the show, starting with Sean Milliken, whose mother fed him to over £1,000, and his story ended as you would probably expect. Sean featured in season 4 of the show, and his astonishing weight led Dr. Now to estimate that he was the heaviest person alive at the time of recording, and it's easy to see how he got there. Sean begins his episode by stating he needed to look for outside help for his weight loss, but as we'll come to see, it was clear that the outside help was actually allowing him to put on this massive weight.
Right.
He lives in California,
That's how
and
it be
every
sometimes.
morning as soon as he wakes up, he shuffles to the end of his bed so he can go to the toilet in his bedpan. That is about all Sean can do by himself, as he is totally and utterly bedbound, and so relies on his elderly mother to care for him, who is more than happy to do so.
Sean has to just totally be taken care of from head to toe. You know,
Which
everything
is
has to
sad.
be done for him.
Sean is 27 years old, however his mother has allowed him and in all honesty pushed him to live like a child. One Reddit commenter said that Renee infantilized him to the point of learned helplessness, and when you see her
Damn,
behaviour,
that
it's hard
sucks.
to argue against that. Sean has actually been bedbound for the past 8 years, since he was 19, which is an absolutely absurd amount of time to be in bed.
That is a
especially
long-ass
considering
time to
how
stay in a
young
bed.
He still is. This is the first of his mother's enablement issues, as she has
I forgot
allowed
the
him
full
to
screen,
stay
sorry.
in that bed and gain weight at a rapid pace. Although Sean does give a knee injury for the reason that he stayed in bed for so long, his mother was the one bringing him the food and allowing him to stay there. The second and main issue is the sheer volume of food she allows Sean to consume. When he asks for a snack, she actually has a pen and paper ready next to her, as if
That's
this is a common
crazy.
occurrence and she's going to need to remember a lot.
Just a couple burgers and soda. Maybe medium fry. Oh, could you give me
That's sad, cause like, how can you just watch your child like be in that situation? Like, he can't move, and like, and look at him. He hooked up the oxygen. Like, this is sad. It's terrible.
one of those?
I feel like the parents be the worst enablers.
No problem.
It's between the
Sometimes it's just
parents
easier
and
to
like
give
the
him what he wants.
the people that are in
Unfortunately,
love
we
with
do that
them.
all the time.
Despite Sean needing 2 people to bathe him, Renee still allows him to eat and do whatever he wants, with seemingly no regard for his life. She reveals that people have actually said to her that what she is doing is going to him in the near future.
It dead ass is, cause you keep getting him snacks and like he's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Eventually, he's just gonna not be able to take that anymore.
Which is some tragic foreshadowing.
I've had people tell me, you don't have to give him food just because he says he's hungry. But I'm a mom, and when your kids say, I'm hungry, Mom, feed a kid.
Sean being treated like a baby by his mother has clearly spread into his mind too, as he gives a very strange comparison to what food feels like to him, and feels like actually a bit of insight into how he thinks.
Food has kind of become my comfort. Kind of like a child with their blankie.
Sean doesn't act like a man because he doesn't see himself as one, and has allowed his mother to just treat him like a baby his entire life. After Sean has been transported to Houston to see Dr. Now, he cries like a child when he's in pain, while he's being simply pushed around in a wheelchair.
Bro,
Please stop. I can't go.
holy fuck. There's no way. There is no reason for you to be in pain while getting pushed around in a wheelchair. The fact that you're that big, being like, the fact that you're that big, being like, it just doesn't make any sense, man. Like, you're being pushed around in a wheelchair and it hurts you. You're so big that it hurts doing literally anything.
Go any further. Stop.
Somebody take that. Thank you.
Extreme pain from
However,
what?
this
I'm
isn't
lost.
even the most shocking part of the segment, as Sean is so big and he's been eating fast food on the car journey to Houston.
What the fuck? That is a fat ass turkey leg. Send me back.
The segment, as Sean is so big.
God damn. See why this motherfucker's so big now. Like, goodness gracious. Like, what is a huge, like, that is It's like damn near a T-Rex thigh right there. That's like that ain't come off no chicken. That ain't come off no bird on this earth.
And he's been eating fast food on the car journey to Houston. He seemed to lose the
And
ability
he just
to
tearing into
control
that
his powers.
motherfucker.
This led Sean to having an accident in his chair and his mother needing to come clean up after him.
Sean is used to his mother completely taking care of him. As long as she does everything for him, Sean has no reason to leave. And she controls him with the food. We have to start making drastic changes with him, starting with his own situation.
Throughout the episode, Sean had many ups and downs, but his episode unfortunately ended in a double tragedy. His elderly mother died in 2017 due to kidney failure, and because Sean couldn't even make a sandwich on his own, he rapidly deteriorated after, succumbing to
God
his weight
dang-
at just
Hold on, I wasn't paying
sandwich on his
attention to the
own.
screen.
He
My good God, what am I looking at right now? What is this? And then he got bumps on the side of his stomach. Ugh.
rapidly deteriorated after, succumbing to his weight at just 29 years old. Now, although Sean was essentially made to feel like an infant by his doting mother, Betty Jo and her husband Josh had a very similar enablement issue. However, Josh had very different reasons for doing so. Appearing in season 3 of the show, Betty Jo weighs in at 654 pounds. And the reasons behind her rapid weight gain are made very clear at the beginning of her episode, with one YouTube commenter writing, he is more afraid of losing her to another man than he is to death.
She may be denied the surgery, or she can be approved, and then there's the risk of her dying on the table during the surgery. But my biggest fear is actually her dropping the weight and leaving me.
It is honestly really disgusting to hear that his biggest fear, more than her actually dying, is her losing weight. When the pair go to see Dr. Now, in typical Dr. Now fashion, he calls Josh out for his very disturbing behaviour, and even gives a potential reason as to why he does this.
Who does the grocery shopping?
She makes the list, I go get the stuff.
So you are her enabler.
Basically, I've stopped trying to argue with her.
I'm concerned that her husband may be the biggest problem. He's an enabler, but
Right.
he's not overweight, which means he's feeding her because he may want her to be large.
Someone else who could see that Josh was doing more harm than good to Betty Jo was Shaun of Steel, who had this to say about her enabler husband.
I need Josh to help me change.
No, you don't. You need you. You don't need anybody but you. I got a
Right.
quick 100 pounds you can lose right friggin' there. Buddy's gotta go.
Now, Sean mentions he knows a quick 100-pound weight loss, which obviously for Betty is to get rid of Josh. But I know an even quicker way to lose weight, and that is by subscribing to my
Alright, I'm gonna skip
newsletter,
it
The
this
Fat
time.
Loss of the Food soon to ensure you don't miss this week's newsletter. So, back to Josh. His fears of losing Betty often manifest in just letting her eat as much
Bro, I
food
could
as
go
she
for some
wants
mozzarella
whenever
sticks
she
right now. I'm
wants.
not
She
gonna lie, I could
piles
eat
plates
just about
half
anything
full
right
of
now.
breaded chicken strips, and even
Hungry
worse,
as
at the
shit.
supermarket, Josh just follows her around and puts whatever she wants into the basket.
The way I see myself on the outside, I hate it. I feel judged. Like, look at that fat girl. But I know this is something that I did to myself.
Mr. Princess.
The worst part hasn't even happened yet, as despite Josh feeding Betty Jo whatever she wanted at the beginning, Betty Jo did start to take a bit of accountability and ask him to make healthy meals. She did lose some initial weight and was eventually put through surgery. However, this caused Josh to actually become depressed because he saw Betty Jo bettering herself, claiming that it was damaging their relationship, with Shaun of Steel
That's
again
diabolical.
stating how ridiculous this was.
Right.
Wash his hair.
It hasn't.
I'm gonna go sit down. I know he cares, but I just feel like he's not motivated to help me.
Right.
But, like, if we
He
didn't even
definitely
come out
doesn't
here,
wanna
she
help
would
you.
Be how she is, and we'd be okay. I don't know what's gonna happen with us. I don't know the damage that's gonna be done in our relationship.
He's motivated to keep you down. That's all he's worried about right now. Is keeping you as with little self-worth as he can. That's what he's worried about, because he draws his value from you being down.
Right.
Which is no way to live.
And these fears were confirmed after the pair went to get counselling together, and Josh repeated what we can already all see, that he does not want Betty Jo to lose weight, because if she does, she will probably leave him, which is no way to talk about someone you supposedly love.
Well, we've always had some issues, but for like the last 2 months now, we've just kind of been biting each other's heads off, I guess. We don't know how to communicate. In my opinion, it started when I had my surgery. The first night, he promised that he would stay at the hospital with me, and he didn't.
I wonder, Josh, what are you thinking or feeling? How has it affected you? The weight loss or the surgery, and just how has that changed your relationship?
I used to take care of her. I used to be her caregiver, do what she needs, but now she's starting to just be able to move around and stuff, and in a way that really scares me because I don't want her.
What?
Since the show aired, it seems like Betty Jo has lost a bit of weight, and surprisingly, she's still with her husband Josh. The same thing can't be said about Lupe and her husband, or now ex-husband Gilbert, who actually went through a breakup while filming the episode for a shocking reason. Lupe Samano appeared in season 4 of the show, and at just 30
Why does her
years
face
old,
look like
weighed
that?
a staggering 642 pounds, living
At 39? Yeah, you got to about, like, 50.
out in California. Her episode starts with a disturbing scene of her waking up with an oxygen mask on. The most shocking part
Wow.
about Lupe is just how short she is. At just 5 foot tall, this
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. 5 feet and 600 anything is just never a good sign. How does that happen? You're 5 feet and 6 something. Like I'm used to seeing tall, big people. Like I'm used to seeing tall, fat people, but like short, fat people, that's scary.
642-pound frame meant that she was totally and utterly bedbound and relies entirely on her husband Gilbert, who says he feels more like a carer.
I feel helpless. It's just me taking care of her more than us having a marriage. You know, I guess you could say intimacy is impossible. This is way harder than I thought it was going to be. But, you know, I love her, and that's what keeps me going.
Lupe has heart and kidney issues, as well as being diabetic, and has already fallen into a diabetic coma before. So it's safe
Damn.
to say she's quite literally on the verge of death due to her size. Despite this, Gilbert still waits on her hand and foot and feeds her whatever she wants, which includes a full box of donuts, which is so full they had to wrap it with tape. And things get even worse when Lupe finally meets with Dr. Now.
What seems to be your biggest challenge with your eating habit?
I'm an emotional eater. I get bad anxiety, and then I'll eat food until I get sick.
Who brings you the food?
My husband, my family.
They don't realize that they are killing you?
I know.
No?
I think they do, but they do it because they love me.
Okay.
As everyone acknowledges Gilbert is her enabler, Dr. Now emphasizes that Lupe must not
This
gain
shit,
any
bro.
more weight, which initially goes alright, losing around 60 pounds in her first weigh. However, the next weigh-in did not go so well. While at a meeting with Dr. Now, she tries to use the toilet, and after trying for a while to squeeze into the actual room itself, she proceeds to get stuck in the toilet. After losing the initial 60
No,
pounds,
no, no, no,
she
no,
gained
no.
another-
There's no way you just said that to me. There is no way. Hold on.
in the toilet.
She got stuck in the good God. Good fucking God. Stuck inside the toilet. In the toilet. That's just... Damn.
This is due to the fact that after losing the initial 60 pounds, she gained another 82 pounds.
Alright,
giving her
bro.
a net weight gain at 20 pounds since starting the program. And we all know where all of this food has come from, Gilbert.
So you start over, because if you don't, you're not going to make it. I'm keeping you in the hospital to start controlled diet again. You're down to your last chance. We understand? This is such self-destructive behavior. And her husband, Gilbert, is helping to kill her. We'll need to
Can't
address
breathe.
the
She dying?
dynamic in the long run. But for now, we need to get her health and her weight
She
under
got a
control again.
she
This
got
has been a bit
a
of a
double
wake-up call.
chin with a butt
However,
chin.
it seems like Gilbert wouldn't be given much of a chance to change after Lupe caught him flirting with girls on Facebook and even trying to meet up.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that's crazy. I'm not gonna lie, she over there trying. I don't know if she trying, but like the fact that she's over there 600 pounds and you over there flirting with other girls on Facebook, damn. Like regular cheating is terrible, but cheating on a my 600 pound life person is even worse, cause like you're probably one of the only people they could really find for love, you know? Cause like not a lot of people go and date somebody that's 600 pounds. Like when you're 600 pounds, you don't got that many options for love. It's expected. Let's keep moving. Let's keep moving.
I have to go on there and find out myself. There's all kinds of chicks. That's so disrespectful, you know? It gets me, it irks me.
We're just sending scriptures out with no pictures of me and just of God and, you know, the news and stuff like that. I'm here clicking and grabbing anyone I can that I can send that message out. I'm trying to spread the word out, and you're upset because I added a chick on there.
If you're spreading God's word, why would I go on there and I see all kinds of chicks, especially showing their boobs? Come on, Gilbert. If there's someone you want to reach out to, and if it's a woman, have your wife do it. It's called respect.
Right.
You're married.
Okay.
Wait, go back, because I don't think I heard it right. I don't think I heard the full thing about what he was saying.
They caught him flirting with girls on Facebook and even trying to meet up with them.
And I have to go on there
Wow.
and find out myself. There's all kinds of chicks. That's so disrespectful, you know? It gets me, it irks me.
We're just sending.
I'm not gonna lie, how'd she even find out? Like, did he give her his phone, or did like she? Well, I doubt she could get up and get it, but like was it just like near and around her, and she was just like, oh, let me go through his phone, or like did he give her the phone and she was like, oh, let me go through his phone?
Scriptures out with no pictures of me and just of God and, you know, the news and stuff like that. I'm here.
All right, nigga, you bullshitting. You over here bullshitting, cause she done already seen the holes in your phone. Just come clean about it.
Clicking and grabbing anyone I can that I can send that message out. I'm trying to spread the word out. And
Nigga, you trying to spread the word out. Sound like you trying to spread your seed out. That's what I'm hearing.
you're upset because I added a chick on there.
If you're spreading God's word, why would I go on there and I see all kinds of chicks, especially showing their boobs? Come on, Gilbert. If there's someone you want to reach out to, and if it's a woman, have your wife do it. It's called respect because you're married.
Okay.
Lupe didn't break up with him immediately, and they spent a bit more time together after this, but it seemed like Lupe got sick of his enabler and liar behavior, and according to this Reddit thread from around the time the episode aired, they have officially divorced. This is similar to Zarlin and her husband, who is being called trash, unsupportive, and repulsive in multiple YouTube videos, and honestly, it's very easy to see why.
It's really hard to talk about Gareth, because, you know, he wants a fat wife. He wants what he's physically attracted to. That's what he wants. He has a physical preference for his sexual needs. That requires me to be bigger than, you know, just fat. I realize.
Okay, bro, that's nasty. That's nasty. That's diabolical. I'm not gonna lie. Hold on. Does this nigga have an obese fetish?
That's what he wants. He has a physical preference for his sexual needs.
He has an obese fetish, so he's fattening her ass up. That's not right. That's just horrendous.
That requires me to be bigger than, you know, just fat. I realize I've been telling myself a lie, and that lie was killing me. Big can't be beautiful when it means my daughter may not have a mother.
Despite Zarlin weighing almost 600 pounds and being very motivated to lose weight, her husband has been the one holding her back. Zarlin is capable of going to the grocery store by herself and picking out what she wants, so she ultimately is the one making these bad food choices.
It's really, really good. It's so sugary, sweet, and delicious. I just want to make love to them with my mouth. Exactly. It's like a sexual thing for me.
Is she trying to fuck the donuts?
Love to them with my mouth. Exactly. It's like
Make love to them with your mouth. Is she trying to perform oral on a donut? Is she trying to give a donut a blowjob? What?
Like a sexual thing for me, obviously.
This obviously is supported by her husband Gareth, who admits himself that he wants not just an obese partner, but a super morbidly obese partner, even comparing her to food.
I'm a little
Wild.
bit sad because I like bigger women, so it's a little upsetting to lose what you like, but gonna have to get over it.
You already have to be such a negative Nancy.
We'll see. Let's hope it doesn't turn around to bite us in the butt. I've always liked bigger women. Why settle for a hot dog when you can have a steak?
Comparing his wife to food and saying it is upsetting to lose what he likes shows his disgusting mindset going into this. He really doesn't want her to lose weight and makes it blindingly obvious that he was a big part of the reason that she's in this position in the first place. Now, look, clearly she can't work. She sits at home eating, supported by Gareth. This is just a start though, as he actually starts to act in an awful way towards Zarlin, which was noticed by people on Reddit. In a thread with 400 upvotes talking about how awful Gareth was, one commenter went a step further. I wanted to punch him throughout the episode. That man would have gladly sacrificed his wife, his child's mother, for his own sexual pleasure. And this was shown literally the day after Zarlin had her weight loss surgery, as Gareth gave her a completely tone-deaf comment.
Oh my god, I'm so happy you asked. I've lost 78 pounds. So you're sick? Why didn't you go to work?
I couldn't sleep. If it makes you feel any better, me and Brandon, we went to the taco stand.
Okay. On that note, I'm gonna go ahead and go. I'll talk to you later. Alright. Talk to you later.
Honestly, good on Zarlin for putting the phone down on him, but what was going through his head? Talking about going to the taco stand, knowing she can't have one, and actually seeming annoyed that she talked about her weight loss. When Zarlin was discharged from hospital, Gareth picked her up and continued his awful attitude.
I was expecting to look a lot skinnier straight after, man.
Well, I'm sorry to disappoint you, but I haven't lost 75 pounds.
I'm not looking to do no dieting, Mike. I mean, I'll be considered around you eating, but I'm not looking to do no dieting.
I don't think Gareth is going to be someone who's going to help me.
And
Yeah,
Zarlin was right,
you gotta get rid of
as the
him.
next scene is genuinely very upsetting, as Gareth takes her to a drive-thru. On the way home from surgery, he waves burgers and chips in her face. And honestly, even though I've covered so many of these 600 Pound Life episodes now, this was a tough watch.
Oh yeah, I smell bacon. Bacon makes everything right. Don't be tempted now.
I'm not even a little bit tempted.
Be eating my food. No chip.
If he's going to go ahead and try and tempt me like this, it's hurtful.
It's a little bit nauseating, to be honest.
Oh, my burger. Which way?
I think I married a jerk, but I think he doesn't know any other way. I don't know if I'm gonna have Gareth's support, but I can't turn back now.
This is the exact type of behaviour that got her in this position in the first place, and honestly, we can't expect anything different from Gareth. When Zarlin starts eating her diet, he belittles her, calling her food crap and pretending to be sick when he sees it. Luckily, Zarlin was mentally strong,
Okay,
and
bro.
not only lost a ton of weight during the show, but she actually found the strength to leave that awful relationship. Now, although Zarlin was the one being abused, the next patient was actually the one doing the abusing to enable him to get food, and that was Stephen Asante, by far and away the most disgusting star to ever appear on my 600 Pound Life. Now, if you're a subscriber of the channel, and if you've made it this far without subscribing, I would appreciate it if you were, because the majority of people watching my videos
Am I subscribed? Hold on.
But if you
I think
are,
I
you'll
subscribed
100%
yesterday.
know about Stephen Asante. Stephen is well known for abusing hospital staff and just being an all-round awful
Yeah, I'm
person.
subscribed. Let me
But
like
in
the
order
video,
to
let me
get
like the
where
video.
He is now, he had to have some help, and that came in the form of his
And then
father.
full screen.
The first major example of this was on the road trip to see Dr. Now. Stephen constantly asking his father to stop for food, calling him from the back of the moving truck which was transporting him.
What, you think you made of money?
Oh. I'm feeling very weak. And if something happens to me, you're gonna be very sorry.
Welcome to the real Steven.
That's what I heard every day of the week at my house. Him eating. What am I gonna eat? What am I gonna eat? What am I gonna eat?
The most surprising part is when Justin says, "Does he think you're made of money?" Which just confirms the fact that Stephen's father is paying for the food he eats. This is made even more annoying to the fact his father actually gives in and does stop to allow
Right.
Stephen to eat a large Subway. Of course, fun.